Hi guys, what's going on? My name is Oreoluwa and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so glad to have you here. A YouTube channel of 110 subscribers, by the way. Oh my god, cue the confetti, please. I am so excited. You guys, on my TikTok, I posted a video. If you're not following me on TikTok or if you've never been there, you don't even have to follow me. If you like what you see, you can decide to follow. But you may just want to go to my TikTok at the same handle Oreoluwa underscore OA and see the video of when I found out that we had hit or we're about to hit 100 subscribers. I was so excited. That was such a raw, very real in the moment video, by the way. It just so happened that I saw that we were about to hit we were at 99. I started recording just to record my, reaction to that, only for me to now see us hit 100 right on camera. So that was really nice. I'm so happy, still very happy. I'm so glad. I'm so grateful to you guys, to you watching, my subscriber. Thank you so, so much. I couldn't have done it without you, obviously. Your views, your shares, your comments, your likes, everything has brought me this far. So thank you. I hope you keep sharing, keep watching, and you stay subscribed and you continue to engage in this community that we are building. So today I am doing a recommendation video because I realized that I have not actually shared any of my favorite things with you guys. Like, I know I've said about stuff about the fact that I love reading books and I watch movies as well. Those two are really my down days. Like, whenever I have downtime, that's just what I do. But I realize I've actually not even recommended anything to you, my people, my community. Why would I do that? Why would I not do that? Like, my bad. But that is all I'll do on today's video. I hope you're excited because I'm going to put you on some good stuff. I promise you, if I tell you to watch something or to read something, just know it's good. Like, we're starting off at a 7 mark. Then, based on what you prefer, you can decide to maybe to be at 8 or a 9 or even a 10 over 10 for you. But trust me, we're starting off very high at 7, whatever I recommend. Yeah, I have years of experience in this field. Okay. But before we get to that, please subscribe. This is your subscription reminder. If this is your first time on this video, welcome. I am so glad you're here. I love it for you. I love it for me and I love it for us. Make sure to subscribe, turn on your post notification bell so that you'll be notified when next I post, which is once every week. And comment, share, like, you know how we do it on YouTube, right? Thank you so, so much. So, to get started, I'm going to talk about some timeless series, or at least they are timeless in my own opinion, which really is the only opinion that matters because it's my channel. I'm joking. But you guys, this series I'm about to talk about, they are actually so good. They not lost its taste even years after they aired and even concluded. So this series I'm talking about, they have finished, you know, production, filming, all the episodes are out. So we've watched them over and over again, or at least I have, and they are still so good. So I'm going to be telling you of my 5 timeless American series, because I mostly watch American series, but I watch Korean dramas as well. And if I see an international maybe show like Spanish or French, um, and it's good, I would watch it as well. But I don't necessarily go to look for those types, right? But so these are mainly American series. American, or like the UK, English speaking series. That's the right term. Are you ready? So the first one, and I would say in no particular order, but this first one is actually like number one to me, The Mentalist. If you don't know what The Mentalist is, and I find that a lot of people have actually not watched the show. First of all, I'm going to pop it on the screen right here. You need to watch The Mentalist. It's about Patrick Jane and the team of CBI agents. CBI is actually a fictional what's that word? Security agency, It stands for California Bureau of Investigation, which is not real, by the way. It's Federal Bureau of Investigation that is real, FBI, as we all know. But CBI is the, where our agents work in Mentalist. And we follow Patrick Jane, a psychic that becomes a consultant for the CBI, and he works with the team, which consists of Teresa Lisbon, which is the lead agent. She's the boss of the team. And then we also have Rigsby, we have Cho, we have Grace Van Pelt, Agent Grace Van Pelt, and I think that's everybody. We're actually quite small when I think about it. And over the series, they would have like new um bosses like that are higher than Lisbon that come and go. And this is just a police procedural series like crime and cop. So there are every new episode is a new crime to be solved, and that's what we're following. But there's an overarching story, which is the story of Jane, Patrick Jane, the psychic consultant. Is actually a mentalist. He is the mentalist, is the title head of the show. And that means that he's a reader of people, like he knows how to read people body language. He's so good at it. It's almost like as if he's psychic, because that's how he was able to deceive people that were psychic in his first career. And what is he doing now with the CBI? His family was killed, and we're following the story of him trying to find the serial killer Red John that murdered his wife and child and get justice. And we meet different people along the way. Jane is so good. Jane and Lisbon's chemistry as characters, top notch. Top notch. Like, I just love the both of them so much. They are really special to me. And The Mentalist is overall a good show. I want to say a 10 over 10. And to let you know how good it is, I watch Mentalist every year. Like, it's crazy that I actually already know every single story on the episodes. Like, once an episode starts and I've seen like maybe the first three scenes, I know who the killer is already. Like, I know who is the perpetrator of the crime because I've watched it that much. But it's still good. I would still watch it again this year because I watch it like every year. There's always a period where I'm just craving Mentalist and I go and watch it. So it's that good. You need to watch it. It has 7 seasons. It's not even too long. Just binge it. This is Easter. Happy Easter, by the way. You can start off and continue during the weekend. Or you can watch it during the week too if you don't have job. But yeah, Mentalist so good. I've gone on about that for a while. So let's speed this up. The second will be Nikita. Nikita also is an action series. It's about Nikita, title character, which is Maggie Q. She's somebody that she's a woman that's gone rogue. She works for a secret organization of the government, and she decided to leave them. But obviously, those kind of situations you don't leave. You are either killed. But she ran away or she escaped, and she's now trying to bring down the vision because they killed the love of her life. And Nikita has, I think, 5 seasons. It's timeless as well because I am actually watching Nikita again amongst all the other things I'm watching. But I like to just go there sometimes and remind myself of Nikita and Michael and Alex and Berkoff and Ryan. So there are so many amazing characters. The storyline is good. Every episode is also like a new mission or a new thing that Nikita is trying to do. And even as season 1, 2, 3 progresses, the story changes to Nikita now working in division and working for the government to them. Let me not spoil it, but it's so good. And you will definitely get hooked from like the first episode. The first episode is always a pointer of a good series for me. So Nikita is a timeless one. I would also say Prison Break is another timeless series. I feel like we should all know Prison Break, Michael Schofield and Lincoln Burrows, the brothers that he entered prison to break the guy that entered prison to break his brother out of it, that had the entire prison system tattooed on his body. Michael was like my crush growing up. I loved the nerdiness of him. And he looked so good as well with his eyes. I think he had like mad blue eyes. But like it was the nerdiness of him, his demeanor, the way he was always so chill and just like very smart. I loved Michael and I loved him and Sarah's relationship. And all the other characters in the show too. I really, really hated T-Bag. To this day, if I see the actor in that series, it's very hard to separate him from the character T-Bag. He was that good. So Prison Break is such a staple. Also has like 4 to 5 seasons. And yeah, you should watch it today. I feel like you can stream this series on a lot of streaming services available. And if you can't, but that will take a lot of your data. And number four, hmm, I want to say this is also such a staple, but like they are continued. So I don't even know if I should put them here. Grey's Anatomy. Grey's Anatomy has a special place in my heart. But for the fact that Grey's Anatomy is still going on till today, pisses me off. And it makes me feel like, can I even call it an old staple? Because it's still continuing. But I'm going to remove this season. In fact, I'm going to remove like maybe the last 4 seasons of Grey's Anatomy from my recommendation. I'm recommending Grey's Anatomy from like season 1 to like maybe like 11, but that may even be too much. Maybe 11 or 12, which is very long, honestly. And it's like 24 episodes for each season. So if you can't do it, I won't judge you because if I was watching Grey's Anatomy today, I probably won't be able to do it. Like, that's the thing. I don't think I have the energy or the time to watch such long series anymore. So if I were watching it today as well, I would not do it. So I get it. But if you love to binge stuff and if you love medical shows, Grey's Anatomy is the top est. There's such a word, medical show you can watch. And I know there are a lot. There is the resident, there is a good doctor, I think. There is House. People really love House though. I've never seen it. But there is Chicago Med. So there are a lot of medical series out there. But I can boast that those seasons of Grey's Anatomy that I've mentioned are the best there is. Grey's Anatomy is a pioneer in the medical series field, and they've run for so long because they are so good. If you think about it, so yeah, you should follow the life of Meredith Grey and the other interns in. The name has changed so much now that I want to say the recent thing, which is Grace Sloan Hospital, but I think it used to be Seattle Grace Hospital. So you want to follow their stories, their loves, their lives, their career, all the different surgeries, patients that they would have. It was such a it will hook you, or rather it hooked me when I was watching it back then. And I followed all their stories and I fell in love with the characters. I was so invested. But disclaimer, get ready to cry. Okay? I know we don't like to cry. Sometimes a good cry is necessary. But this one is going to be more than one good cry. You will cry a lot of times because, and I don't even want to go into this, but the creator of that show, Shonda Rhimes, I love her, but I also sometimes don't like her. She is such a she knows how to wrench your heart basically. So you are falling in love with these people, you are falling in love with these characters. Get ready to cry with them as well through everything they will go through, right? But that's the sign of a good series. I feel like if they can make you feel all the emotions and feel like you're in that world with them, which Grey's Anatomy definitely will do, and enjoy. Don't shall come crying to me if anything travels to any of your character. If her name is not if her name is not Meredith Grey, don't fall in love with her. Right? If the character's name is not Meredith Grey, do not fall in love with the character. That's what I'm going to tell you. And that's going to be hard. So can you risk it? And the fifth series I will be talking about today, which is my timeless staple series, is Legend of the Seeker. Now, I would say Legends of the Seeker because I've mentioned cop crime, I've mentioned action, I've mentioned medical, and all these also have romance in them. But I've not really talked about anything fantasy, so I would put Legends of the Seeker just to mark to check that fantasy box. But also it's a really good series. Like let it not be like I'm just checking a box. People that were there know. People that watched Legends of the Seeker back then in its days, and if you have not watched it, like you're so lucky to be able to experience it now. That's the thing. Sometimes I wish I've not seen some of these really good series so I could experience it for the first time, again. Although, like I said, I don't think I'll be able to watch Grey's Anatomy because it's so long. But there's something to be said for enjoying it for the first time with new eyes. So you're lucky, honestly, if you've not seen any of this. Go and explore. But if you have, you know what I'm talking about. Legends of the Seeker was that show. It is that show. I feel like it can stand the test of time because I'm not really seeing any other fantasy show out here doing it like Legends of the Seeker did. A lot of them just feel like a different type of it. Like they took out one element of Legends of the Seeker, you know. So it's not completely like Legends of the Seeker, but it's similar. You know, either there's a special somebody or there's somebody that is a chosen one or there's an anointed. You know, they are all synonyms of the Seeker that Richard was Richard Cypher. I have to remember his name. That's how you know a good series. The characters stay with you. So Richard Cypher, you are the Seeker. He was anointed, so to speak, as the seeker that was to save the Midlands from Darkin Rao, and he was to go on this journey to, kill Darkin Rao and free the people from his tyranny and break them from his dark magic. And obviously, this is not going to be a journey of one day. He's traveling across a lot of lands and is going to meet several people along the way that need his help. It's an adventure, honestly. And we are going to also be with Kalan, the confessor that is always supposed to be with the seeker. And we're also going to be with Zedika Zozoranda, his grandfather that is the wizard of See Wizard of Oz. No, it can't be Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz is a book. I think it's the Wizard of the Third Order or something like that. I can't remember, but he's supposed to be a really powerful wizard, and it's also Richard's grandfather, even though Richard won't know at first. So it's so good. You're going to meet different people along the way. Obviously, there's the love story between Kaylan and Richard, and also the fact that it's forbidden because she can confess him, and if she confesses him, he won't be able to fulfill his mission. It's just going to be following her like a and we also meet Kara, the what's that thing called? I don't remember. The those people that wield their Jew, that they call them mistress and they wear this dark red leather. Lens of Sika was so good. Like even the costumes, you guys, I loved Kaylan's feet, the white. How that white always looked white was a mystery to me. Like only the ends used to look brown whenever they are passing through mud. Then after a while, it's so clean again. And the way she fights with her daggers, she was just exquisite. And I obviously liked Kara as well. Kara was a different vibe. She was a breath of fresh air. And all their different relationships and how they relate with each other just make the story so good. It has 3 seasons, I think. Each season has a new plot or a new evil they are going to vanquish or a new mission, so to speak. And yeah, Legends of Sika was that show. It is still that show. I think I'm going to go and check it out again. Now that I've spoken about it, I'm salivating to watch it again. And you should definitely check it out as well. Okay, so those are my 5 timeless series. And I would also love to talk about books, but maybe on another video. How do you guys think? Let me know in the comments if you want to hear my book recommendations. If you want to hear the authors that I promise you will not be able to drop their books, let me know. And what am I watching currently? So the new series, the new things that are out here, which one of them am I seeing at the moment? I'm watching, apart from watching Nikita again, which I just see here and there whenever I feel like, I'm watching this series called The Bear. It's supposed to be really, really good. It's a mini series, has 2 seasons out, and I have heard such good things, you guys. Like, and The Bear swept all the awards this award season, to be honest. It took the SAG award, it took Emmys, it took Golden Globes. Like they took all the awards this award season. Ayo Edebiri is there. She's Nigerian Irish, I think. Her name is Ayo. So of course I have to support my Nigerian sister. And it's also Jeremy Allen, which if you know, you know. So I am watching The Bear currently. So far it's good. It's a series that talks about like the restaurant life, the chaos that is in the restaurant, the problems that occur in running a business, the family dynamics between the character, Kami, and his cousin and his sister, and even like the dynamics in the kitchen as well, and them trying to like build up this restaurant to make it better than it is currently. There's just a lot of chaos in that show, but it also makes me hungry. So I don't even really know if that's a good thing because they be cooking things up and I'm like, oh, that looks so good. But so far, I'm enjoying it. I'm still waiting to see what is really getting me. Like, because I'm enjoying it though. It's not even bad. But like, it's just good. It's normal. It's good. But like, the way people have been talking about it and the way even it has won so many awards, I'm expecting incredible. I'm expecting excellence. I'm expecting to be mind blown. But I'm not really seeing that yet. So I'll wait. I'm just in like episode 5 of season 1. So maybe there's still more to be seen. If you watch the bear and if you agree that it's such an incredible show, comment down below. Let me know what you think is so incredible about it, and I would hope to get there as well. Right? Also, I'm watching the K drama Queen of Tears. One of these days, I will come back to talk about K dramas as well because that's a big part of who I am. Even more so back then than now, actually. Back then, like in the past, oh, you couldn't tell me anything. I consumed K drama like no man's business. Like when I was in secondary school and the early parts of university. It's just now that I've really not watched as much, and I really think it's because the qualities are not as great. I said it. Old K dramas were, or maybe it's because I was young and I didn't know anything back then. So I don't really know which is it is. But back then they were so good. Like a lot of my favorites are oldies. But some of the recent ones are trying. I'm enjoying Queen of Tears on Netflix that I'm watching. They bring out 2 episodes every week. So by Sunday there will be 2 episodes. There's just going to be one today. But I don't like to do that. I like to watch two at a go. So by Sunday there will be a new episode. Then I'll just watch it. And I like watching it like this. Usually I'm the type that likes to wait for a series to be done. But with the stage I am in my life, I don't think I'll be able to sit down for 16 episodes of a K drama that is like 1 hour and some minutes for each episode. So I prefer watching two every week and following the story, following the conversation on social media as well, which is always, it always makes the watching experience better, right? So yeah, I'm watching Queen of Tears as well currently. Really love the story. I love the actors mostly, honestly. We have Kim Soo-yeon and Kim Ji-won. Kim Soo-yeon is my guy. Okay, I've been following this actor, following all the series. I am a fan, so he can actually do no wrong. And it just helps that he's also really talented. He's like so good, and he's so good looking as well. And Kim Ji Won is also a favorite. I'm just getting to really like her now. Even though I've known her from the hairs, if you guys remember the narrators, she was Yurahe, and that was what I knew her as. Then she was in what's that army one? I don't remember. They shared the army one that she was like the second lead as well. If you remember, put the name in the comment section. And then this one. Oh, she was also in Atara Chronicles, but I didn't really watch Atara Chronicles. And this is like the most recent one I've seen her in. And this is my favorite of her so far. So I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the love. I'm enjoying the storyline. K dramas are so good. I don't want to hear any judgments on this channel regarding K dramas. I will not have it. So yeah, that is what I am watching currently, and that's my recommendations for 5 timeless series you should definitely see if you have not. If you have, you know what I'm talking about. You definitely want to see it again. So go on Google, search where you can find this because they're always available on streaming. Right? All right. So before we bring the video to the close, as always, I'm going to answer 2 questions for you guys from our card deck. So the 2 questions for today, I have them here. I've picked them from our spread of cards. Absolutely did not check what I was picking. Trust me. The first one says, for me, money means exploring the present. And I love this because I really don't like talking about money. It's such a weird thing that I think I need to get over. I need to actually actively work on being comfortable talking about money because I'm growing up and, there's no reason to feel some type of way. I don't even know exactly how I feel. It's not like I'm embarrassed. It's just like, I don't know. I feel like it's personal and it's one of those things that you just don't really have to let everybody know about or whatever. But for me, money means freedom. Yeah. I would say money means freedom for me, because obviously we know it's such a huge purchasing power in the world of today. Our world is very capitalized or capital intensive, capital heavy. So if you don't have money, you're going to struggle. Money is good. It's good to have money. So for me, it means freedom to be able to do what I want to do, go where I want to go. Like you're not subject to people, you're not subject to situations when you have your own money. And the second one, which is recalling the past, is a risk I took that changed my life. Okay, this is going to take a minute for me to think about now. A risk that I took that changed my life. Hmm. Well, I wouldn't say this was a risk, but I remember when I first started working. Before I started working, I felt like I needed to have um I'm the type of person that I don't like to go into a situation or a place unequipped. So I felt like I needed to equip myself with this new field and this new venture I wanted to go into, which is the work life, which is at that time it was using my writing on a more professional level and like even venturing into digital marketing and social media marketing. So for me to comfortably and confidently enter that space, I needed to feel equipped and I had to take trainings. And I remember that was in my 200 level in 2019. I had this physical training that I was attending, and a lot of time it clashed with like my classes. And I was in 200 level, I was still very much school oriented or school like tunnel vision. So at that time, it was not an easy decision for me. It felt like a risk to actually decide to skip school, to skip classes, and attend this training. And I remember even at that young age, I was telling myself that I'm sacrificing this for something that I feel like could have a greater benefits. I mean, I wasn't studying exams or tests or anything like that. But even for me at that moment, not attending lectures where we could have impromptu tests or just even not attending lectures, not signing attendance, not being present felt like a huge deal. But I still knew I had to do it. I had to take that risk in hopes that it would change my life and it would, introduce me or allow me to enter this new world of work more confidently. And I think it did. Like I took that training, I was able to start working relatively immediately after, and I started earning at least back then, and that has also been like my process to building my experience. So even though I just left school last year. From that starting point, I've racked up experience, I've racked up knowledge, I've actually had hands on training, and the risk did pay off. So I'm happy I did that. So, yeah, don't, I wouldn't, I won't say don't be like me, but you could decide to really different strokes for different folks, do what works for you. But in life, sometimes you actually have to take risk. All right, guys, that is it for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you absolutely enjoyed the video. Thank you for 110 subscribers. I have to keep saying that thing because it feels like a dream. I am so, so glad. Thank you so much. Please make sure you share the video, comment, like, and if you've not subscribed, do it now. Do it now. Nobody will know, but I will be so grateful for that subscription. All right. Thank you. See you next week. Bye.